Football clubs are extremely ungrateful and football managers are hypocrites. Clubs are ungrateful. We continue to see it time and time again. I remember a few years ago, Roberto Di Matteo, an extremely inexperienced coach, took Chelsea to the Champions League final and ended up winning it. A few months later, he was sacked. And we see this time and time again in the English Premier League and, as a matter of fact, straight across Europe. As it relates to managers, in 2015, I vividly remember Jose Mourinho lamenting that he would never coach Tottenham Hotspur because he has too much appreciation for the Chelsea fans. Fast forward a few years later, that same Jose Mourinho is the coach of Tottenham Hotspur. Believe it or not, Jose Mourinho was coaching Manchester United a few months ago, and that job didn't end too pleasantly. What am I to expect from Jose Mourinho at Tottenham? I think he will bring trophies, but he's a short-term fix, and Daniel Levy would have had that agreement and would have known what he's signing up for. Mauricio Pochettino was dealt an extremely raw hand. He did really well with the budget he was operating on and with the crop of players he had. He moved them into the new stadium, but when it was time for him to reap the rewards of his hard work, they moved on to someone different. That is the business we're in. That is the business of football, and sadly, we have to say goodbye to Mauricio Pochettino. Jose Mourinho, on the other hand, I think the English Premier League was missing him somewhat. I think the drama aspect of his press conferences were lacking in the Premier League, and I think he will bring excitement, he will bring drama, and in the end he will bring trophies to Tottenham. The downside to that is he will also bring a bill, and Daniel Levy would have anticipated that and known that Jose Mourinho does not come cheap. He likes high-profile players, and he would have put that in his agreement when they signed a few days ago. I think Mauricio Pochettino was sacked maybe 3 or 4 days before the English League resumed, because the deal with Jose Mourinho had already been ironed out. Otherwise, they would not have considered it. Usually, managers are sacked just as you go into the international break. But it was a bit surprising that Mauricio Pochettino was sacked so close to the league resuming, and that led me to believe that the deal was already sorted out, and that's why they announced it so close to the league resuming. The first game against West Ham will be an interesting one. I am anticipating the reaction from the fans. There are already some fans who are happy to see Mourinho because they know what he brings. He is one of the top managers in Europe. Whether he still has that drive, we will find out. We saw him losing it a bit at Manchester United. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'd really love to see the Mourinho of old at Tottenham Hotspur with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son and Lucas Moura and all these really great players. Mourinho as well, I think he's eager to reassert himself among the managerial greats. He's been on the sideline, he's been in the commentary box, seeing Klopp and seeing Pep Guardiola doing really well, and I know he would have been saying to himself, I can't wait to get back down there among these guys. So Tottenham, you guys may be looking for some silverware in the next 1.5 to 2 years. But Mourinho is definitely not the long-term option for Tottenham Hotspur. I think he'll give you 3 years at most, and then it will end as all his stories end. Mauricio Pochettino, he was a really great candidate for the job. He did a really great job with the squad he had over the past 5 years. He took Tottenham to the Champions League final, and he cemented them as a top 4 team and possibly a title contender. So Pochettino, farewell. Whether you end up at Bayern Munich or PSG, I'm still waiting to see. But you were really great for the English Premier League, and you are an extremely great manager as well. So I'm not sure he'll be out of a job for very long, but he would have been kicking himself because he didn't take that Real Madrid job in the summer. That's it for my take on the issue. I really anticipate the games against Manchester United and Chelsea as well. So Tottenham Hotspur, will we take them seriously now? we're yet to see, but what I can assure you, we will definitely be taking them a little bit more serious than when Pochettino was at the helm, because Jose Mourinho is at the driver's seat now, and that bus will be coming in, and it will be coming in extremely seriously.